prohibite Grts.
We'll be back with news from outside the Gambia after this break. Stay tuned. The latest fashion wear for ladies. Kanilai Group International Fashion Shop, or KGI Fashion Shop, brings you latest abayas from the Republic of Indonesia, the home of good textile and fashion. Our range of collection includes ladies' fashion, shoes and menswear. Walk now into KGI Fashion Shop along the Kerava Avenue, just adjacent to the traffic lights junction, and get quality abayas in retail or wholesale at unbeatable prices. For more information, call 4398-313 or 776-6429 or 996-5776. KGI Fashion Shop. Welcome back. After 3 years of political turmoil with massive protests and thousands killed in clashes and attacks, Egyptians go to the poll this morning to elect a new leader. This comes almost a year after the last president, Mohamed Morsi, was forced from office by the military-backed takeover last July. The elections are being held amid tight security. CFI reports former military chief Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is expected to win the race.
To the polls on Monday to choose a new president in the country's second freely held election. Ex-Army Chief Abdel al-Sisi is expected to easily win and crush his only rival, leftist leader Hamdin Sabahi. The voting will be carried out over 2 days. Sisi is running on a platform of saving the nation after 3 years of turmoil with massive protests and thousands killed in clashes and attacks. Sisi is now riding a wave of popularity following his ousting of President Mohamed Morsi last July.
I'm going to vote for General Sisi because he's courageously working for a better Egypt. He has a vision for the future. He's capable of making decisions.
The presidential election is being carried out amid high security. In the name of fighting terrorism, the Egyptian authorities have arrested 18,000 people in the last 10 months. Most of those were supporters of ousted President Mohamed Morsi and the Muslim Brotherhood.
Today, Egyptians are coming out to write their history and choose their future.
Egypt's #1 industry is tourism, but it has virtually come to a halt, and the next president will face a struggling economy. For now, the country is surviving on financial support from Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates.
Confusion and long wait continues as election results in Malawi remains inconclusive. President Joyce Banda declares Malawi elections null and void. Banda earlier announced or ordered the cancellation of the elections, citing fraud and rampant irregularities, a decision that triggered protests and was challenged by the National Electoral Authority and the opposition. The High Court in Malawi rejects the president's call to nullify the election. CFI reports Malawi Electoral Commission suspended the country's election announcement and ordered a recount of the votes.
The image of President Joyce Banda has been tarnished by the latest crisis in Malawi. On Saturday, the head of state wanted to cancel the presidential and legislative elections held on May 20th. She said the Constitution allows her to do so. Banda wanted to cancel the elections after evidence of irregularities was found. She also knew that preliminary results showed she would lose the elections to her rival. But just hours after her announcement canceling the elections, Malawi's High Court issued an injunction preventing it.
Process of tallying the results is built from the counting that was conducted at the polling centers by presiding officers, that was witnessed by political party and civil society monitors, as well as international and national observers.
Half the votes were counted by hand because the computerized voter counting system collapsed. Banda alleged that people had voted multiple times. Measures were taken to secure the ballot boxes. Amid the electoral confusion, there are fears of political violence. The UN and EU called for calm.
The Electoral Commission is a constitutionally established body, and you are interfering with the body which is created by law, which is supposed to be independent, and you cannot do that.
On Monday, the Electoral Commission admitted finding evidence of irregularities, but efforts to stage a recount have been blocked by a court order at the request of opposition leader Peter Mutharika. Fierce legal wrangling has raised the prospect of a protracted constitutional crisis. The election imbroglio isn't likely to help Malawi's dire economic problems.
We now take our second break. International KGI is offering a massive discount on the 30-kilogram bag of rice. With an unbeatable retail price of $550 per 30-kilogram bag. Yes, you've heard me right. Only $550 available on sale at the Kanilai Group International Store. The point of sale is at KGI head office situated at the Standard Chartered Building at Traffic Lights Junction. Come and buy in numbers while stock lasts. For more information, call 4398-313 or 778-6429 or 996-5776. Kanilai Group International. Top stories. First Lady Madam Zainab Yahya Jammeh has addressed the Women Advancement Forum, outlining the progress registered and challenges of attaining the Millennium Development Goals. Top government officials, friends and well-wishers have been celebrating with President Jammeh at the Coco Ocean Hotel on the night the Gambian leader turned 49 years. Egypt's military strongman turned civilian leader Abdul Al-Fattah al-Sisi looks set to win Monday's presidential election amid tight security at polling stations. And for how long will Malawi wait before the irregularities in the country's presidential elections are resolved? Well, that was all in this edition of the News at 8. Thanks for the pleasure of your company. Do stay with GRTS and enjoy the rest of our interesting programs.
On empowering the girl child and the woman. The danger of leaving the men behind could emerge with its own unique problems and the resultant effects. So we need to tread carefully in this light. Gender equality needs to be of high relevance beyond 2015 and incorporated into the sustainable developmental goals. However, with the caliber, capacity, reputation, professionalism, wealth of knowledge, and exposure of the speakers at this forum, I am confident that we will take something away which will be worthwhile at the end of this forum. I implore us all to actualize, implement, and build upon the lessons learned at this forum. The MDGs or SDGs shall require social responsibility and responsiveness from you and I. No government can do all alone, which means at the end of the day, the buck stops on our table. As the chairperson of this event, I once again welcome all your excellencies, starting from our host First Lady of the Gambia, and to all our other First Ladies from the continent and other dignitaries and speakers here present. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the forthcoming deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Excellency, the First Lady of Ogun State, also the chairperson of this forum. Some very pertinent and key issues were raised in her address. And among those are decision-making, are women liberated? Are we aiming at sustainable development goals? Is the gender equality